In this video, I'm gonna share with you how I grew my business from zero to $150,000 a year at 26 years old. Now, I know what some of y'all are thinking, well, Austin, there's plenty of people on YouTube talking about how to get from zero to $1 million on YouTube. I'm just gonna go probably watch them. Well, there's the door. I hope they actually show you the money rather than just talk about it. But the fact of the matter is there's so many people on this planet trying to get to $150,000 a year. The average income in the United States is $54,000 a year and people are struggling. So $150,000 a year would mean your income would triple. So let me ask you a question. What would $150,000 a year mean to you and your family? Well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you how I did it and how someone like yourself can do it too, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of broke people out there and I don't want you to be one of them. Now, just to preface, before I started my business, I was 22 years old, living in a 60-year-old duplex, okay? I lived on the B side. It was 60 years old. It wasn't up to electrical code at all. It was completely outdated. My landlord lived on the A side. He was an 80-year-old man. I didn't really have a car, so I was leasing my dad's truck from him. I was working all day on a landscaping job, 40 to 50 hours a week, and at nighttime I delivered parts for an auto part company till sometimes midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that's how I started, just so y'all get the full picture here. If y'all wanna know my full story, y'all can go watch that video, which is the first link in the description. It's a video I posted a few weeks back. It's a 45-minute video kind of explaining my whole story and how I got to this point, but I'll leave that link in the description. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into this. Okay, so I'm gonna break this video down into 3 segments, okay? I'm gonna try to make it really, really short and sweet and easily consumable content for you guys, because I know a lot of y'all don't have time to be waiting 15, 20, 30 minutes just to get to the point. Nothing more frustrating than being on YouTube trying to consume information and knowledge and wherewithal, and then having to wait 30 minutes and then it's at the very, very end, right? Not gonna happen on this one. So 3 different segments on this one on how I got to $150,000 a year in my pressure washing business. And by the way, it doesn't matter what business you're into, doesn't matter if it's carpet cleaning, landscaping, painting, construction, freaking real estate, you're trying to build your real estate career, whatever business that you're trying to start, I'm sure some of what I'm fixing to tell you will translate over. So the first category on how I got to where I'm at now, which is about $150,000 a year in my pressure washing business, is into a professional hustler, okay? When you don't have any online presence, no one knows you, maybe you don't have any money, you don't have any equipment, whatever it is, when you're at ground zero, the only thing that you can do is hustle, right? Networking, talking to people, walking the streets, passing out flyers. Flyers and yard signs, if you're in the service business, are probably amongst the cheapest things that you can do to spread your name. So rest assured, I did all of that. I have 3 or 4 sets of different flyers in my room throughout the past 4 years. Since I've been in business, I started 4 years ago. I'm 26, started when I was 22. My flyers, I had some old VistaPrint flyers, hit the streets running. I went into the prestigious neighborhoods. I freaking snuck into those gated communities, knocking on doors, spreading the name. Facebook, I was all in the Facebook groups. So when you're just first getting started in any business, really, I think the goal is to contact and talk to as many people as possible. Contacts equal contracts. I think Grant Cardone said that. I think it's beautiful because it truly is true, because when no one knows you, the only thing you can do is talk to people. You must talk to people. You must tell people what you do for a living. And people love to help people. I think when you're first getting started, and you can use the fact that you're brand new in the business to your advantage. You can kind of outweigh some of your competitors, because people love helping people by simply saying, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, for instance, let's talk about, let's say this is pressure washing. Hello, I'm in the pressure washing business, right? Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I saw your driveway was dirty. Hey, look, I'm brand new in the business. I'm so eager to start this. Me and my family are so excited to start this business. I would love to give you a great deal on cleaning your driveway in exchange for a nice Google review, or hell, maybe I'll even do it for free. But what I'm really just trying to do is grow my business so I can take care of myself and my family. Would that be of any interest to you? Okay? People love hearing that. People love to consume that kind of stuff. People love to help people. So when you're first getting started, is going out there and hustling and doing some of the things that a lot of people don't like to do. People do not like to door knock. Sometimes people don't like talking to people. Back in the day when I didn't have all that online stuff, I did have to hit the streets, but now I don't have to do that so much, because now I'm at a point in my business where a lot of people know me. I don't have to do that. But when you're brand new in the business, you must hustle. You must get out there. You must confront the elephant in the room. You must get through that phase. Just go ahead and prepare yourself. The first year of getting started in any business you're doing, unless you have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to throw at a marketing campaign, then just absolutely send it on Facebook and Instagram and Google. It's gonna be a lot of you getting out there and showing your face and hustling. All right, so the next thing you really wanna focus on if you wanna get to a 6-figure a year, $150,000 a year revenue, is gonna be your online presence, okay? Presence. This is something I talked a lot about in my channel. If you go and watch any of my videos, if you want to go back and scroll through any of my videos, I really do talk a lot about your online presence, because every day people ask me, Austin, how do you get your jobs? You know, how'd you get this job? How'd you get that big commercial parking garage? How'd you get that apartment complex? Dude, they call me on Google. You must be easily found on Google by a simple keyword search. Okay, if you go on Google right now, and I encourage you to, go on Google and type in pressure washing Austin, Texas, you will see my company listed in the top 1, 2, or 3 spot. Doesn't matter where you search in the country, really. And that's because I've focused a lot of time and money into my online presence. Now, how do you get your online presence to that kind of level? Well, there's a bunch of different factors that determine your online presence, one of which is gonna be your website. How optimized is your website? How old is your website? Domain age and website age is a factor when Google is trying to figure out what placement they should place you in in the rankings. Google is a competitive platform where people are working very, very hard every single day to get to those spots. So why should your business, why should your website be ranked ahead of someone else's? Well, there's different things that you could work on, one of which is reviews. If you look on Google, there is a correlation between the people that have more reviews in correlation to who is ranking the highest, right? But that's not to say, even if you have less reviews than someone else, that doesn't mean you can't outrank someone that has more reviews than you, because there's more factors. Your website optimization, how you have your website set up. You should get with a dedicated website person and talk to them about how you can achieve some stuff like that. Reviews, you have photos, okay? People that have hundreds of photos on their Google My Business listings, Google loves that. I have over 300 photos on my listing, being 4 years into the business. Posts, you can actually go on Google and write posts, write blogs on your Google My Business account. What you have to get around is that 70% of all leads, okay, that come into these service businesses happen from online. So if you're a homeowner, or if you're someone looking for a service, maybe you're looking for a mobile mechanic, 70% of the time, if I'm needing that service, I'm gonna go online and type mobile mechanic Austin, Texas, and I'm gonna pick the first 1, 2, or 3 guys that I see based off the phone call, based off the reviews and pictures and what I can look up on them. So you have to figure out how to get on that, okay? Because if you are not online, your presence isn't there, you're missing out on a huge chunk of market share, a huge portion of revenue. You need to figure out how to get in that top 5, because that top 5, those top 3 on the on the map pack, or the top 5 in those in the organic listings, they're straight up getting all the jobs, guys. So you must focus on your website. You must figure out how to get your website optimized. Talk to a good website provider. Go on Google, pick up the phone, call up a bunch of people, interview these website companies, okay, because there's a lot of website companies out there just to get your money, and they're gonna screw you, okay? I know this because I've done it before myself with a handful of companies. Focus on your reviews. I swear, I will do things for free on a job just to get a review, because sometimes when you do a good job, you do a perfect job, sometimes the customer straight up doesn't want to give you a review. Even when you ask them, you can't force them to give you a review. Sometimes when I'm at a job, I say, hey, look, I noticed your back patio might be a little dirty. I'd love to get that clean for you in exchange for a review, no charge to you. That's how I guarantee myself pretty much reviews, because reviews are super, super important, okay? Not only that, before and after pictures. Take pictures of what you're doing. Everything is gonna play into Google, because like I said, it's competitive. If Google sees that you're not active on your Google account, or on your website, or on Facebook, or on all these platforms, because all these platforms are talking to each other, if Google sees that you're not doing anything, why the hell would they rank you above someone else, okay? It all makes sense, guys. Do the math. Figure out what you need to be doing. You need to be posting, you need to be doing reviews, you need to be constantly updating your websites and showing that you are consistently changing and making updates and progressing on your website for Google to rank you up and up and up. And then obviously the reviews, the posts, and the Google posts help a lot. I can truly say I did not break into the 6-figure, even close to the 6-figure mark, until I figured out the online presence game. All right, so we talked about hustling, we talked about online presence, both of which are gonna be key to getting your business to a 6-figure level. The third thing is gonna be patience. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh great, patience, like I could have guessed that. But the truth is, yeah, patience, you must have patience, okay? I know it can be very, very discouraging when you start something and you're putting all this time and effort into it, and then 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 months down the road, or hell, even a year, in my case, it was for sure at least a year, it doesn't go the way you thought, right? You know, you're spending all this time and effort, it can be very, very discouraging. I think waiting until you get over that hump, getting through that first year and a half is crucial. That's why they say like 95% of businesses are not there 5 years down the road, because people got discouraged, things happened in their business, maybe they messed up here along the way, they made some mistakes, all of which, you know, caused them to either go out of business, you know, liquidate everything. For sure, some of these things, you know, the discouragement can definitely be a reason why people don't go through with their business. So I'm almost at the 5-year level, guys, and so I've definitely gone through some discouragement. I've definitely messed up some people's houses. I've definitely lost some money. I've definitely messed up to the point where I've had to do things for free to make up for it. My truck has had issues. I've gone through financial, you know, shitholes in the last 4 years going through my business, going through the ups and downs roller coaster. But now we're here, right? I had some level of patience, and you know, I got a Star Wars poster back there. They talk a lot about patience. My dad grew up basically drilling into my skull saying, Austin, you must have patience, you must have patience, you must have patience. So patience is ingrained in my DNA. I don't care if it takes me 10 years to get to where I want to be. I'm gonna stay the course and I'm locked in. So you must have patience. You know, funny story, a year ago I was doing coaching calls. I still do coaching calls, by the way, if you guys want to book a coaching call with me, link down in the description. But anyway, I was on a coaching call about a year ago, and I had this family call me. It was a husband and wife team. They were saying, Austin, we've got our equipment, we've got our business, we got our LLC, we got our insurance, we got everything. We took care of everything, but we're not getting any jobs. What the hell is going on? Like, we've tried everything and we don't know what's going on. And I was like, huh, how long you been in business? How long you been doing this? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And the whole rest of the call was me trying to tell them, look guys, you gotta slow your horses. No one has gotten from 0 to hero in 3 weeks. Very few people, okay? If we want, you know, most people, it takes them years, okay? It's taken me 3 to 4 years. Reality of the situation, guys, it's probably gonna be 3 or 4 years for you too. I hope it's not that long, but hell, brace yourself, because it might be even longer. You know, I have a feeling that's why a lot of people work 9 to 5 salary positions. Nothing against those people that work those positions, but hey, if you are in that position and you're trying to get to a position where you want a business that makes 6 figures, okay, the people that are in those positions may, I'm not saying they do, but they might have an issue with patience. They might have issues with delaying gratification. They might have issues with obtaining risk and having risk on themselves, okay? So these are all things that you're gonna have to confront, you know, right in between the eyes, and just know that when you're starting your business, you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have those lost customers. You're gonna have those things that go wrong. You're gonna have a huge learning curve. A huge learning curve, okay? That's why YouTube is there. That's why I make these videos, to hopefully help a lot of you guys make that process a lot easier. Just know that it's gonna take you time, and if you don't got patience, it's gonna be very, very hard for you to get to these levels. And with that, that is gonna conclude this video. That is basically how I got to $150,000 a year at 26 years old. You must stay hustling, you must figure out your online presence, and you must be patient. So I hope I was able to help someone on the other side of this camera right now. If you do like this channel, do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you want to stick around and see any of my future videos. Like I said, I did leave down in the description the video of my full story, so if you're interested on my full story, it's a 45-minute video. I'll leave that down linked in the description. If you guys want to book a coaching call with me, that link is also linked in the description. I'd love to talk with you, chat it up, figure out what you need and what you need help with, whether it's in business or in life. I would love to talk to you. So you can book a call with me down there. But other than that, guys, peace out. We'll see you on the next video.